Capricorn, welcome to your January 2026 reading. I'm so happy to be the one to bring this reading towards you, and I hope you're doing amazingly well. If you'd like this channel, if you'd like to subscribe, if you'd like to hit that like button and post a comment, I would really appreciate that. Okay, let's go forward straight into it, Capricorn. Let's have a look and see. If you've got Virgo anywhere in your chart, that video is already up. So go check it out on the video section of my channel, okay? So if you've got it in your sun, your rising, if you're a cross watcher, let's have a look and see what has passed you. Okay, so what is behind you, Capricorn? What has left you, possibly in 2025, possibly for a whole lifetime, possibly in the last couple of months or the last couple of weeks or even the last couple of days. Let's see what has behind you, which means like what has passed by, what have you possibly there may be lessons as well that you've learnt from that experience. I want to say experience. Possibly you've gone through some sort of unusual experience, Spirit saying. Okay, let's have a look and see what's here. Capricorn, what is behind you? What is behind you? Oh, we've got a couple of cards. I don't know which ones came out first. We've got three. So we're going to shuffle again. What is behind Capricorn? What is left Capricorn? What lessons did they probably also learn from that? Okay. All right. Let's have a look at the energy you're working with, Capricorn, right now as you're watching this video or through the month of January. External influences. A challenge, possible challenge or obstacles that may arise. Let's have a look how you can work with that challenge as well. Spirit, oh, two cards. I'll take those two. Sometimes two come out, and that's fine. What's your focus and advice from Spirit? What do they have for you? Blessing. What blessings are coming in towards Capricorn? What does Capricorn need to know the most? Wow, I think that's in the blessings. Like that was just an extra card. I'm just going to move these cards up. I'm a Virgo sun, so here's my anal. I'll try not to do that. I'm trying to be a bit more authentic here and just be whatever happens in videos. I'm not restarting or editing videos. This is sort of like, I do a lot of lives, so this is like a live to me in a way. Hidden, what you don't see coming, Capricorn. Potential outcome if you follow Spirit's advice. If these cards are in the reverse, sometimes I take them, sometimes I don't. Depends on the feeling I get here. Right. Let's have a look at what's behind you. We have the card of reciprocity in reverse. It did come out in the reverse. I saw it flipped around into the upright. So, Capricorn, you may be, you have been learning the art of give and take, okay? Perhaps there's been a lot of, I can't really show this. Let me just like cover that nudity up. There has been a lot of points, I'm going to say, through your life and periods of time, and definitely through years since, possibly since 2020. I mean, this could be, I'm getting the number 2020, so since the pandemic, there could have been a lot of unfairness, possibly by a particular person in your life. Perhaps that's made you really pull your energy back, Capricorn, and you're not really being giving or haven't been giving with your energy outtake here to other people. But I think that's coming to an end. This came out in the reverse. So let's have a look. Let's clarify this energy. Why is this reciprocity card in the reverse? This is what's behind you. I do feel this is other people, because you're very giving, Capricorn. I feel this is other people not being, yeah, look at that Seven of Swords on the split, trying to hide things from you, trying to be sneaky, trying to get things in an underhanded way because you are so empathetic, you are so kind, you are so caring. Maybe there's a lot of advantage that's been taken of you, and you know, this could have been going on for quite some time. Oh, I hate it when the cards fall down. You know what, I'm not restarting the video. This year is all about the year of self, which also talks about being very authentic as well, and being yourself, and not being, you know, being unapologetic for being yourself. So I'm gonna bleed that into my videos where I'm, you know, moving the camera around and not restarting videos and things like that, because, you know, life happens and we all have our little faults here. So there's something here about a very strong emotional disappointment here with a particular someone. Because this woman is holding a child, it could have something to do with one of your children, or you felt like you've been treated like a child. There's this motherly energy here. Perhaps you haven't mothered yourself or given back to yourself. Very Empress energy. And you're coming into a time, you've gone through a lot of healing in regards to this Capricorn though, so there's a lot of things that you have definitely learnt about being protective of your energy and guarding your energy, so you won't let anyone in. Look at that, wow, the split, the Empress. So that's just clarifying that for us. Okay. Let's see what cards come out with this Capricorn. There's something here about not nurturing either yourself or someone else not nurturing you. You have this Queen of Cups energy, Capricorn. You know, this is definitely your energy here, where you've been sort of like waiting. This has been like a waiting game for you, to wait for someone to come around and show the love that you have possibly given back to them. You know, this may have come back towards you. This person may have changed. I do feel this has got to do with another person, and you're unapologetically moving forward into 2026, Capricorn, completely being yourself, and, you know, putting your energy and your effort and your passions towards possibly something else, something that is going to give you back what the energy that you put back, like that you put into it. Okay, one more card on that. So this is behind you. So this is some sort of lesson you've learned. You've had to learn some sort of karmic lesson here, Capricorn, about self-worth. And, you know, it's made you a lot stronger, but you've had to have a lot of strength to get through it, right? But you're coming out, or you've come out the other side of this, and you're starting to see, or you're knowing now your worth, which is beautiful. Let's have a look at the energy you're currently working with for the month of, I love this, for the month of January. You've got the Fawn card, which is the vulnerability. So you're being a lot more vulnerable. You're putting yourself out there. You're knowing that if something comes up, something that could be destructive in some sort of way, or if someone's coming in and they're not being reciprocal, is that a word? They're not being giving with their energy. You're still putting your heart on the line here. You're still being that Queen of Cups, Capricorn. You're still being very, like, you're putting yourself possibly in the position where you're still loving and kind and caring, and you're being vulnerable with that because other people can use that energy. Remember to protect your energy, Capricorn, okay? But you're still being like, you haven't changed. This experience hasn't made you change. It's actually helped you get stronger in some capacity here. So let's see why the vulnerability card is here. Being vulnerable is just basically putting your heart on the line and completely being your authentic self. And whatever comes along, you know, remember, I'm just going to keep saying to protect your energy. The month of January may bring some sort of conflict, or someone around you that is quite dogmatic and very firm with their words, or very like, it's my way or the highway type of energy. And you may be putting yourself in situations that you're like, you just let them be who they are, okay? We are all who we just are, right? We need to be our authentic self. There may be someone, remember, Spirit is saying, remember, these people have a lot of fear. What people project out is usually how they feel about themselves. So, you know, you can possibly guide these people if they will be open to this, but otherwise just let people have their say, and you don't have to believe in anything, okay, that they say. So there's some sort of changes with communication. I wouldn't worry here about this too much, Capricorn. I would just watch your own words and make sure that you're not like reacting or being triggered by other people's energy here, okay? What else do we have for Capricorn? Could be a family situation as well, or someone within a family unit. We have the Six of Pentacles. Just, yeah, Spirit saying remember the past. There's something about remembering like what this person, I do feel this is about a person. It could be someone coming back from the past, someone who made you feel like left out in the cold or some sort of way back in the past. Something could be coming back around. It's almost possibly like a test here. Someone that was not giving with their energy. You're going to be tested, I do feel, Capricorn. Remember like who you are. Remember how much self-worth you have attained through being strong through past experiences here. And you know, you're not giving here in the reverse here. You're not the same person. You're not giving with your time, energy, or even money, right, towards another here. So your vulnerability may be tested in that sort of way here. What else do we have for Capricorn? You will be successful in this test if this is a test from Spirit. Yeah, the Hierophant really wanted to come out. It flipped before and then I shuffled again. So there is a lot of changes in regards to how you are showing up in the world for yourself, right? How committed you are to still being that vulnerable, kind, caring, beautiful Capricorn that you are, but also being very protective of your energy while being vulnerable at the same time and being open with love. So it's a very paradox type of month here where you're really needing to be discerning in regards to who you give your time and energy to, remembering the past and past situations, especially certain people. I think people have got a lot to say around you, Capricorn, this month, and you may actually be sticking up for yourself as well. I hope you are, and saying, like, being vulnerable and putting yourself out there and saying what you feel and think. Just be careful in work situations with that Five of Swords being here and the Hierophant being with it as well. You know, we can sometimes just say, right, I'm just gonna like be very, cut people off, or just be very standoffish with anyone because of one or two experiences that happened with our past, and it sort of bleeds into all sort of areas of our life. So we just need to be cautioned of that as well. Let's have a look at the next card, which is external influence. We have communication. So I do feel a lot of people around you in the month of January, Capricorn. There may be a lot of people, like I said, with that Five of Swords having their say. This is the number 31, which breaks down to a 4. I think there's some solid communication coming through, something that's going to make you think, okay, how can I work with this? So this could be others coming in and giving you ideas or options or opportunities. There's a lot coming in towards you, okay? But there's some communication coming in, some from external people. You have more than one person in this card that could be making you feel like super, super happy. Yeah, so there's a feeling of, you know, other people being involved here in some sort of communication. I think like communication that's coming in possibly from the outside towards you. This could be bosses, this could be people in your environment in any sort of way, family, friendships. There's some sort of happy news coming in here that's going to influence you in a way that's going to make you very, very happy. So I like this, especially after the energy that you have to work with, because it's quite difficult energy that you may have to work with communicating with people this month. But I also feel that I'm sort of seeing the Knight of Wands in my mind's eye, some sort of exciting communication that's going to make you super, super happy. Yeah, and with that we have the Star, okay? There's something here where you're being shown, like you're being, the world is seeing you. You could be on a social media platform, you could have a video that goes viral, you could blow up on social media, something like that, okay? It's all about communication. It's all about how you communicate your message across to others this month. And there could be people coming in, like I said, towards you that influence. I feel like with Virgo, you're blah, 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 blah. I'm not restarting the video. You are the influencer, Capricorn. You are the person that is influencing others. Really strong Aquarius energy, right? We're in that Aquarian timeline, which is all about communication. And I feel that that's really coming in and to the forefront in 2026. There is some possibly really happy, like you're really happy with some sort of communication that is coming towards you, or communication you're giving out as well to influence others and support others through like whatever people are going through, or just in the collective. It's very Virgo energy with what happened in their reading. So like I said, if you've got a stellium, or if you've got any Virgo in your chart, go check that out, because that area of the reading is very similar to Virgo. Let's have a look and see what your challenge may be. You have, oh my God, Virgo got this in exactly the same position. We talk about responsibility. This dog actually has a collar on and has a leash attached to it. I talked in the Virgo reading, and it has a full moon there. We'll talk about that in a second. I talked with Virgo about the fact that Capricorn, this is like devil energy, where we are moving into a time, or you are moving into a time, Capricorn, where you're looking at this communication and you're being very responsible with your actions after receiving certain information this month. You know what you, with that devil energy, because it's very Saturnian energy here, what you are committed to, what you need to be committed to, and what you don't. We do have the Hierophant on the table as well, okay? This is the number sex. Oh, I nearly said the sex word. Okay, so I don't know how you could take that as far as responsibility is concerned, but perhaps that was, there's something in that too. But this is the number 6, and it is a lot about supporting yourself by remaining balanced and grounded in January, Capricorn. You're possibly looking at some sort of communication that's coming in, and like, what's your part that needs to be played in this. So this could be like a group thing that a lot of people are communicating on a group level, a work level, a family level unit. Even, I don't really feel it's love or relationships, because you're looking at more than one person over here. So you're stepping into some sort of leadership role where all the lessons you have learned, very Virgo energy from the reading I just did, you've sort of like been on training ground, right? You've been trained for this moment, Capricorn, where with power comes great responsibility here. And this is in your challenge. You could find this a challenge because you're in some way accountable here for something, responsible for something. Let's see what Spirit wants to bring forward here with this energy. Yeah, more communication, things moving very quickly, information incoming. The number 8, downloads, spiritual downloads. You're responsible. I just want to say, Capricorn, if this is spiritual, you are responsible to bring important messages to the world. You are definitely responsible now to be vulnerable and put yourself out there and communicate here. This may be a challenge to you because you may have never done this before, or you may have been doing things behind the scenes or in hermit mode for a very long time to grow yourself into the strong person that you are. And now you have a lot to, you've attained a lot, and now you have to maintain it as well as sharing it with others, okay? Very interesting. This is a new chapter for you, Capricorn. So this is about dreaming the world into being. You know, a lot of readers say this is a leap of faith. I don't think this is a leap of faith. This is the first card in the major arcana. I want you to, Spirit saying right now, it may be a challenge to dream new ideas into being. It may be a challenge to be responsible for what you want to bring and what you want to manifest to yourself and to others, okay? I just want to say with that, we're going to look at like what can support you in this challenge. With that, meditate as well on contacting Spirit and getting downloads of information that is clear, concise and correct that you can bring to other people, and start dreaming the world into being, because you may have a dream. Okay, I had a dream that may be significant to you. Is that Martin Luther King? Okay, I had a dream. 5 of Wands in the reverse. There's a lot of 5s here. There's a lot of changes going on. You've got the 5 of Swords, the Hierophant, which is the 5. Now you've got the 5 of Wands in the reverse. Spirit saying, you know, there may be a lot of conflict around you. This may be a challenge. There may be opposition to what you're bringing to the table as well here, pardon the pun. And Spirit's saying, like, it's okay. It's okay. Like, you have some sort of vision here, Capricorn, for others and for yourself, like moving forward into this year. And it may be a challenge, but like hold that vision, right? How can you work with this challenge? Let's have a look and see what's here. Yeah, put all your heart and passion. If you believe in something and are really at a heartfelt level passionate about something or someone, okay, or a project, or your views and opinions, like open your heart, right? We had that Queen of Cups before. That is your energy this month. You're being vulnerable, you're opening your heart, you're putting your heart on the table, you're showing yourself, you're putting yourself out there, you're being your authentic you. And you're, wow, the number 6 here, you are definitely, what's the word? You are displaying a lot of integrity to yourself and to others, right? This is what you can work with. When you have a lot of integrity and you're passionate about what you have to bring to the table here, you're able to work with this challenge. You're able to bring clear, concise, direct messages towards others. And this is a big responsibility, okay? As long as you do it with passion, as long as you do it with integrity and loyalty here, right? Whatever you have to bring, whatever you have to say, show me clearly what this means, Spirit, here. So air, this is mixing the element of air with the element of fire. Thought and deed, Spirit saying, whatever you're passionate about in the month of January, Capricorn, you're definitely going to be bringing it to a wider audience here. People, be careful what you say though, because people, you're an influencer. I feel I'm talking like to a collective of influencers out there that are having new ideas, really bringing things. This is a big responsibility, especially if they are spiritual messages, right? So you can work with the challenge of responsibility by just like showing how passionate you are, right? How intelligent you are, Capricorn, as well. And stick by what you believe in here, okay? Let's see what else is here for Capricorn, for how you can work with the challenge of responsibility through passion, loyalty, and integrity. Yeah, be solid, right? The Two of Pentacles in the reverse is like, don't be wishy-washy. If you've got something to say, bring it to the table, Capricorn, this month, okay? There's a lot of people that you can influence and support, not influence in a way of manipulation, but support here. People that find it very, very difficult to make decisions in life, people that find it very hard, the ups and downs and ebbs and flows of life. You may have some really passionate ideas here, okay, that you can help others be balanced. Wow, look at this, as I said that, the angel of balance and divine timing, to help others get spiritually aligned. So yeah, you have a lot of power here, Capricorn. People want to know what you have to say. People are interested in what you have to bring to the table here. So be very careful what you bring to that table, because we have Sagittarius here as well. Because people are going to really take on board what you're saying. So this is how you can work with the challenge. Be passionate about it. Stick to your integrity. Don't backtrack and change your mind or change things that you've said. Like, stick to your guns and stick to your own like beliefs and bring that to others, okay? Yeah. There may be some hard truths as well that you're bringing towards other people, okay? So the challenge of responsibility, how you can work with this is be very truthful, be very authentic, okay? Let's have a look at what Spirit wants you to focus on. Unity. So I said this to Virgo, so this is a very similar reading to Virgo. You may, like I said, want to go check that out. But the Unity card is basically about like sacred paradox of alignment, where you need to, like, Spirit's asking you to focus on your intuition here and knowing who it's safe to come into union this month with and who it isn't. I'm hoping to see something like the High Priestess or the Moon energy here. Okay, we have the Emperor. Wow, this came out 3 times in Virgo's reading. You have a lot of power, my dear. Capricorn, okay? You have a lot of power, and you can bring some sort of unity, or there's something here about social media. This is below the star energy. You may be really blowing up on a platform here, and it is the year of one, and this is the card of one, and this alchemization energy of being able to, like magician energy here, of being able to bring anything into being, right? Because you've already dreamt with the Fool here, and it may have been a challenge, but Spirit's asking you to focus on what you can create, Capricorn, that's going to bring you stability, security to others and to yourself, right? You may be the matriarch of your family. Whatever you're doing, whoever you are, you have a lot to bring to the table, and people have their ears pricked. They are listening to you this month, which is about time, I'm going to say, Capricorn, okay, because you've got a lot of knowledge and wisdom to bring in, okay? Yeah, you have a lot to say. So people are being like, I'm hearing following you. I'm hearing maybe you may be getting a lot of followers if you have a social media platform. Maybe you're being very directive. You're being very, this is the way things need to be, or you're bringing this like to a wider audience here, and you're alchemizing something here. Perhaps everything you've learned in the past, you're bringing that dreamer energy to a tangible form here by your speech, by your communication, okay? Yeah, this is something you've worked hard on, and this is something it's been in the making for quite some time, Capricorn, and Spirit's saying you need to focus on putting that hard work into growing whatever it is you're growing, okay? Beautiful. Okay, let's have a look at what your blessings are. You've got two cards. You've got the card of love, which Virgo also got. You've also got the card of effort, which is the number 12, breaking down to a 3. The number 28 is on the love card, which also breaks down to a 10 and a 1, just like the unity card. Remember to bring love, and love is coming in. This is a blessing. Love is coming into your life. I mean, this could be a particular person in 2026. This talks about the year of one. This is a blessing to you. And even if it's just that overwhelming feeling, like I said to Virgo, a resurgence or a complete bliss feeling of feeling loved or being loved or giving love, okay, that in itself is going to be enough for you, Capricorn. I do feel that you're going to get blessed with love from others, and just love for nature, for everything, because of all the hard work that you have put in. And other people are coming into your life, just like Virgo, just like your sister sign. There's a lot more people coming in, and this is a blessing because you're going to get the right people coming in, right? Those who you are spiritually aligned with, and those who require your support and help as well to grow. What is here with this, please, Spirit? What is here with this energy? Okay, 3 of Swords in the reverse. So you're being blessed by moving out of a time when you're not worried so much anymore. You're not letting your emotions rule your sort of world here, Capricorn, okay? You're working hard on possibly your thought form and how it affects your emotions, or your emotions and how it affects your thought. I think you've already done a lot of work on that, Capricorn, okay? You've got love, and you've got the 10 of Cups here in your blessing. Wow, this is family energy, this is legacy, this is just like rainbow blessings. When I see a rainbow, it's always rainbow blessings coming in towards you in some way, shape or form, especially to do with family, especially to do with love or any relationships of any kind. People that are conducive, of course, with your energy, and people that are supposed to be in your life. So perhaps you've been one of those signs, like myself, where you haven't had that like solid solidarity sort of thing with a group of people or others, and that is coming in now. You've put a lot of work in, Capricorn, on your own. There was a reason why you were possibly kept from other people, or you hermitized yourself in some sort of way in the past, but Spirit saying 2026 and January is no exception of bringing like more people in that are really important to you. And also, I don't feel that this card is your energy, like it came out in the upright. I think your blessing is, a part of your blessing is to be able to bring the knowledge and wisdom that you have to the wider audience. either through social media, towards family members, towards people that really need your support here. And this in a way is a blessing to you, because you can sort of like go, yeah, I mean, and nothing was wasted. The vulture spirit I'm seeing here, like I can now take my experiences and the difficulty that I've had to experience, go through, and bring it to others to support and help them. Let's have a look at what you need to know the most. You have intimacy. Okay, it did come out in the reverse. I'm going to take it in the reverse. I think it's important, especially if you're single, Capricorn, for the whole of 2026. I would remain single. I think it is not a year to, I mean, obviously if you're already in a relationship, or there's a lot of people ending things now or changing dynamic within relationships. I think what you need to know the most is it is a year of self. It is a year of self-empowerment, self-improvement, putting yourself first, using like what you've learned, studying, researching as well. And if you can sort of like refrain from intimacy, I'm not telling people to be celibate here. I mean, you can if you want to, but this is like being very careful who you tap into, who you share your energy with as well. Let's have a look at this. Okay. All right, let's have a look. This is the Lover's energy in the reverse, intimacy. Perhaps intimacy is not going to be at the top of your list in January. I see like you really like spending a lot of time in meditation. The Page of Cups is here. Someone could be literally, I mean, I don't like mundane tarot, but someone could be coming in with an apology here. This is what you need to know the most. If there's been someone who has been estranged from you or hasn't shown you the reciprocity in the past, just be careful with that. Make sure that you're protecting your energy, especially if it's something that you like have wanting to bring back, a person in your life, a child even, towards you, that you want them to show their love and affection towards you. Like, don't be fooled here. I feel with this being on the diagonal to the Fool, I feel this may be like tricky energy. So just be careful here, Capricorn. Let's bring out one more card or two. Yeah, I mean, I feel if this is a person, there's an opportunity to build a new relationship with this person, but they're going to have to show their worth. They're going to have to show that they can also give to you, and you're not necessarily always the giver, this being above, with the Justice card above it, okay? So just be aware, make sure that you're protecting your energy, and make sure you're not going to old patterns, especially if you've been wanting this person to come in or been wanting this person to be more affectionate. There is a feeling of like, you know, what do they want? Are they doing this because they want something, or are they doing this because they seriously want to grow a relationship with me? Like I said, it can be romantic, can be family, can be platonic, okay? I do feel for a lot of you is children around you. I mean, let me just sit on this energy. I do talk a lot. I do want to bring messages forward, and I get a lot of downloads that I want to say it out instead of sitting on energy. I feel that some people on like watching may just click off if I'm just silent while I'm tapping into energy, and I need to stop doing that, because I feel it's important that we need to get to the crux of certain cards, okay? Or all the cards. It may be a month in January for you, Capricorn, that you're wanting to just get out there in the world. You're really excited. There's a lot of exciting energy here. If you're not, especially if you're not involved in a relationship here. But, you know, if we're not talking about romance, because we're not talking about romance, this is not a reading where we're looking at love specifically. But this may be like, you have a lot to say, you have a lot to bring to the world, you're very excited, you have a lot of excitement to bring in, okay? There's a lot of opportunity to share that excitement, okay, with others, especially with family as well, or platonic friendships, I'm going to say. Right, let's have a look at what you don't see coming, what is hidden. Wow, the number 10, which breaks down to a 1, which is about 2026. What you don't see coming is a lot of momentum this year, okay? A lot of fast movement forward, okay? So what area or what's this all about, okay, Spirit? What is this momentum? What was that card? I'm gonna grab that because I want it, okay? The Tower, wow. Something is going to change so fast. Something is going to change so fast. And the Tower cards, isn't always a bad energy. The Tower card is just like, you can create your own tower by deciding to start from like the beginning, start from the foundation again, and build this new life for yourself here. Once you start putting yourself first and doing that, I'm seeing sort of Empress energy, things are going to start moving for you really fast, especially when you start thinking more positively and realizing, you know, how your mind works and how you can free yourself from those negative thoughts that pop in, and it happens to us all, right? We're living on earth, we're human, as well as being, you know, having that higher self energy and that within us. Okay, we're two entities in one. So I think there's a lot of changes coming forward, coming in with your mind and how you think and how you process information. And as soon as you start thinking more positively and realizing you can free yourself from some sort of mental prison that you may have had to deal with for all your life possibly, things are going to start moving forward really fast and in a positive way. You may feel that you haven't, I said this to Virgo, wow, this card came out for Virgo in the reverse as well. I think in similar area of the reading, you may feel like you still have a lot of healing to do, Capricorn, and possibly you do. We have the first eclipse on the 3rd of March, so watch out around that time if you can relook again at things, places, people, situation that you need to eclipse out of your life. What else do we have? I'm nosy, I'm interested in what this fast momentum is, this huge change in the way you process information, I do feel, is really going to, the 10 of Wands wanting to come out, like lift some sort of heavy burden from you, because you're just going to be living in that present moment a lot more. Okay, yeah, 9 of Pentacles, really nice. I feel you're creating your own tower within your mind here, where you're thinking differently. Yeah, you know you've got some healing still to do, but once you start thinking differently and more positively, you're going to step into a world of unimaginable magic, I'm going to say here. And there's a lot of independence and freedom coming in for you, Capricorn, if you really work on that positive mindset. Last card we have is potential outcome. Oh my goodness, Virgo got this as well in the same place. How interesting. Okay, this is all about balance. This is about juggling a lot of things at once. It did come out in the upright here. So the potential outcome for you, Virgo. So your potential outcome, sorry, like I said, I had to just pause the video. You know, this is like a circus juggler that is juggling a lot of things at once. I think the potential outcome, if you listen to Spirit about like stepping into authority in your life, being the authority for yourself and others, having a lot to say, working really hard on this, you can work on things that are priority here. You don't have to like carry everything as well for everybody else. This is a card of balance though. It's called balance. It's the number 29, which breaks down to an 11. 2027 is the year of the 11. I think like it is a master number, so we don't break it down to a 2. I think you're going to be working a lot this year on supporting your own balance by looking at things that do need to be dropped and looking at things that are priority in your life and things that are just not, okay? And I think with the potential outcome of this, you're going to be successful because this is in the upright position. Also health is coming through. You may be wanting to pay more attention to your health, what you eat, what you intake into your body, things you drink, things you eat, exercise, things like that, okay? You've got the Queen of Pentacles, one of your cards, Capricorn, sitting pretty here. This is the potential outcome. She's focusing on what that one thing. She's not focusing on all those balls that he's juggling here. There's something about getting grounded. I said this to Virgo as well. And, you know, focusing on that one thing. Maybe you're focusing on your financial growth. Maybe you're just focusing on just, yeah, clarity at the bottom of the deck as well. Okay, what else do we have here? Potential outcome. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of tangible energy here. You are going to be growing. You're going on a new path, Capricorn. You're going in a new direction. For some of you, it's a spiritual connection. We have the High Priestess at the bottom of the deck. This is beautiful. By stepping into your authority in the month of January and moving forward, Capricorn, saying what you need to say, you've got a lot to say to the wider audience here, putting that work in, remaining positive of mind. There's a lot of financial gain coming from this. in whatever capacity or however that's going to happen for you. And you're going to know exactly which direction you're going in. Things are going to move really fast if you keep positive, okay? And, you know, it's hard to be positive in the world that we live in and the day-to-day and the people that we have to deal with as well. But, you know, I think this is very auspicious for you in January. I love this reading for you, Capricorn. Let's have a look at one or two more cards from the Animal Spirit deck and see if Spirit wants to bring forward any other message or messages. Anything else for Capricorn here, Spirit? Anything else? Just one card. Thank you. Yeah, you can overcome any obstacle, I think, this year. And I think that with this being said, there's a lot of changes going on, but I also feel this is for people around you. You're helping others to overcome obstacles here because you do have the Emperor right in the middle of your reading, okay? Perhaps you're helping others be more positive of mind. Perhaps you're processing your own healing, but also helping others with their healing. There's a lot of gain here for you, Capricorn, in January. I think that basically you can overcome anything. And you have Spirit's backing. Remember, we have the High Priestess at the bottom of the deck. You also have at the bottom of this deck the number 10, which again rates down to 1. We're going to be seeing a lot of 10s and 1s this year. The Buffalo Spirit, the abundance universe will provide. I think you're teaching other people this, and this is definitely coming towards you. The universe is going to provide what you need for yourself and for others. That was your reading, Capricorn, and I will see you next time.